Italian soups are well known to the world. They are simple and delicious. They are the most copied and more variations according by countries. For instance, minestrone, wedding soup, pasta fagioli, and suppa di pesce. They are one of a kind in their own distinctive taste because of their individual or unique ingredients. If you describe them in one word, delicioso. Hi, I'm Daniel Lucas.
Hello, I'm Alessandro Panattoni. Welcome to Food 101.
Food, people. Let's talk about food. And today, we're gonna talk about different type of Italian soup.
Yes, of course.
So, Shafi, you being Italian, what is your
Yes,
best soup?
100%.
Are you sure you're Italian, Shafi, or half Italian or half Canadian?
Oh, yes.
Before we go on, I want to invite to listen to my podcast, Book 101 Review. It is on the top 6 best book review podcast given by Player FM. Thank you so much. And Book 101 Review is all about the books that I read, and I'm interviewing lots of writers all over the world. So please do listen, Book 101 Review on the Best 6 Review Podcast. Okay, Shafi, so let us know what are your best soups, Italian best soups in town.
Absolutely. Okay, well, minestrone, of course. You gotta put the minestrone soup on, eh?
Oh, yes, the famous one.
Yeah, well, my favorite, it's pasta e fagioli, but it's considered as a pasta, not like a soup. But
Oh, yes, this is like what happened. It's not like number one on the list.
well, because it's not a soup. It's considered as a pasta because the first part is a pasta and fagioli, so it's considered as a pasta. But for me, it's a soup.
Yes, pasta and soup together.
Absolutely. Let's say papa al pomodoro. It's a Tuscany soup, very famous.
Okay.
What? Zuppa alla Toscana. It's another zuppa of Tuscany. Ah, let's see. Let's see. Ah, well, we can talk about Italian wedding soup that we just talked
Yes,
not too long ago because it's very famous
it's
here.
famous in North America, right?
But
Italian
the
wedding.
soup does so many, it's tough
There's lot.
to choose which one is the best one.
Yes. What, Shafi? What do you think is the best Italian soups for holiday,
For
like
the
for Christmas?
holiday,
Yes.
for Christmas. Well, for Christmas, maybe Christmas Eve, I would suggest a nice seafood soup, zuppa di pesce, you know. Yeah, and for a Christmas Day, something more powerful, like a minestrone or something more strong.
Ah, yes.
Celebrate the Christmas.
So do you think minestrone is good for holiday
Well,
for
minestrone
Christmas?
is good for any time. It's you can change by season anyway because you can make it during the year or any time of the year, and you change the vegetable follow the season, of course. And yeah, it's just so easy, and it's so fresh because it's all vegetable, so it's good.
Yes.
Eventually, you can put meat too inside. I saw that too. So
Yeah. So Shafi, let's talk about minestrone because being one of the famous, not being one, is like he number one famous in terms of Italian soup,
that's
right?
right. Yes.
So where the minestrone came from?
The minestrone soup actually is coming from all over the Italy because each city make a different way. It's uh, it's yeah, because wherever you go in Italy, there is something they put a different inside, so to make the difference, between the region. But uh, really the city, there is no real city where they come from. That's the thing,
Yes.
you know. And like for example, you go to Genova and they're gonna put a little bit pesto inside, inside
Yes.
the. In Rome we put lots. We put the beans inside, Romano beans. Um, some other put meat inside. Who put the bacon? Who put the pancetta? Who put the chicken? So there is all different, different kind of soup, of minestrone soup that you can make.
Yes. So in your region, how would you do prepared minestrone?
Well, we start, of course, we start with olive oil, put a little bit of like if I look like I made at home, I always put pancetta inside. I like to put
Wow.
pancetta, yes, absolutely. And of course, I like to start with some garlic, celery, and onion. Then I start to cut all the carrots, potato, saute all together in the pot, a nice pot, and then we put the vegetable stock. Or if you don't have vegetable stock, you can start just with water
Oh yes.
and a little bit of tomato just to give the color. And let's say you just cook very slowly, and then when they get all the flavor, the soups get all the flavor of the vegetable, and let's say you just you can serve with pasta in, or you can serve with the rice in, or you can serve with the bread on the as as a inside the soup. You can use like a crouton. Let's say in Canada they use crouton, the hard toast bread to put in, inside the soup.
This is like French onion, Chefy, right?
Yeah, no, the French onion was kind of crostini on top, like kind of baguette toasted with Gruyere cheese, and it's practically is melting on top. It's beautiful.
Yes. There's a lot of variation of minestrone in Italy.
Oh yeah.
So, as you're saying that every region signifies where they come from.
Yes.
So, what do you think? Which is the famous type of minestrone that lurking around the world?
Around the world,
Yes, the,
the classic minestrone.
I think so. Yes, the classic minestrone.
Well, the classic minestrone is always famous all over the world. Or wherever you go, you can find minestrone. I find minestrone when I was in Japan. That's how
Yeah.
famous it is. For the
Oh,
recipe as a traditional Italian minestrone soup, there is of course different classic of the region, like I said before. Some
yes.
people some people put more tomato, some people put less tomato in. Like for example, my wife, she doesn't like too much tomato in the soup, in the minestrone soup, because she want to taste the vegetable tomato. Some other, like lots tomato in, so you're gonna see the broth is very very red. It's very very rich in tomato.
So let's talk about your second on the list. Let's talk about Italian wedding soup because it's really popular in North America.
Oh yeah,
So
of
how you do
course.
it, Chevy?
Well, I usually I make carrot, celery, of course, the onion as a base. Then with olive oil. Then I add I make my little sausage in cook a little bit of time in in the pot, and
But
then I add the chicken bouillon. I add the spinach, let it cook nice and slowly, and then you add the little pasta inside. And let's say at the end, lots of Parmigiano Reggiano on
yes,
top. There you
voila.
go.
Que bueno, as they
Oh
say.
yeah.
But Chefy, sometimes they put meatballs. Is it originally came from Italy or it's a modification from
No,
North
it's a
America?
modification with the meatball. No, no.
It's no longer Italian. It's like, oh, very, yeah,
No, no, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Well,
variation.
as a meal, you can, okay, we can arrange today. We can put the meatball inside, but it's not, it's not Italian ready.
It's Italian weddings with the meatballs.
Yeah.
But usually you put pasta on it, right?
Yeah, usually, yes, with a little pasta inside. Yes, absolutely.
That's true.
Well,
Uh,
eventually you can put whatever you like. Once you get the base done, you can put whatever you like inside. You can even put rice if you like.
yes, it's true. So if you want to compare a minestrone and Italian wedding soup, what are the big difference?
The difference, minestrone's got lots of vegetable. Wedding soup has got practically just spinach, carrots, and onion and celery. That's it. In minestrone, you can put any kind of vegetable you like, any kind. That's the good thing, like the things about the name of minestrone
True.
means lots of, means lots of. It's a big,
Did
big, big soup. It's a big
we,
soup.
I think we did discuss last on the second season about minestrone, right?
Yes, we did actually. Yes. Well, actually, we did when we was talking about the soup, my favorite soup, no? Something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Then, of course, it's always pasta fagioli for me.
Of course. So is it number three on your list, or
Well,
after?
actually, well, I put it there with the number two because, well, of course, minestrone is more famous than everybody than anything else. Everybody knows minestrone. Well, of course, they know everybody knows the Italian wedding. But
Two.
for me, as a personal opinion, pasta fagioli is always number one.
Of course.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your number three soup.
Well, we can talk about pasta fagioli or we can talk about ribollita, toscana, or zuppa di pesce.
Oh, let's talk about pasta fagioli first.
Yes, my
Yes, your
favorite.
favorite.
Yes, yes. My pasta e fagioli, yes. Celery, carrots, onion, olive oil, uh, and then you put your pancetta in, cook very slowly. Then you put tomato, you put the broth, put the beans, let it cook very slowly. And we go. You can put pasta at the end, and you can have any kind of pasta you like inside.
Yeah.
I'm not picky.
Is it the bean chef is mushy or need to be whole? And then you
I usually put potato in too, and the secret of my mom she to make it nice and thick because I like thick, the soup very thick, like almost creamy. But it's made with not with the cream, but she make practically she use the a potato she boiled together with the soup and then she smash it. So practically the starch from the potato make the creamy soup. That's the
oh,
secret of my mom that I learned from her, and I really love it. Some the beans too, just to give it more flavor. You know?
okay.
Yes. And you
So
can choose. Well, of course, we use Romano beans in Rome because it's a favorite. But I like cannellini too as a beans. White cannellini is a very very good match for the pasta fagioli too.
yes, cannellini is a in English is white bean, right,
Yeah,
Chefy?
white beans. Yes, cannellini
Yes.
beans. Yes.
It's are really good beans. You need to
Yes.
taste.
Yes.
So, Shafi, is it possible that your pasta fagioli I can put stocks on it? Chicken stocks or beef stocks?
Yeah. Eventually, yeah. You can use the stock. It's always good to give it more flavor. Of course. Especially when you start to put you put already pancetta in. Yeah, you can use any kind of beef of chicken stock you like. But if you want to
Gua-
keep it vegetarian for people that don't
Yes.
want, so you eliminate the pancetta. You just use a vegetable bouillon, a vegetable broth, and that's it. Keep it nice and vegetarian. Yes.
So instead of bacon, can you use guanciale?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. You can use guanciale. You can use bacon. You can use pancetta. Sometimes I saw do it with the even with the salami. I saw do it with the prosciutto into.
On your
Next soup.
list.
Next
Yes.
soup. It's tough. Next soup. Okay. Let's see. I like ribollita. It's a bread and vegetable soup from Tuscany. There is cannellini beans inside, of course, and the
Oh,
cavolo nero, the black. What can I say? The black kind of vegetable.
bean.
Yes,
So I can use either the black beans or the cannellini or the white
yes,
bean.
yes. Well,
Okay.
this one, the ribollita, it's one of the Tuscany classic soup. Very, very famous.
Okay.
They call, yeah, it's kind of recycle things for to make a soup. So practically, you don't throw away nothing because you recycle what you're using for this soup. For example, is the bread because it's old bread you can put inside the soup to make it nice and soft.
This is soup is from Tuscany and it's spread all over Italy.
Oh yes, well, it's very famous as a soup. Yes, especially yeah because well, it's made with beans and the seasonal greens. Usually it's like kale. They use kale inside.
Oh, it's good for vegetarian people, right, Jeffrey?
Yes, yes, it's good for vegetarian and it's very healthy, of course. Practically, like I said before, you can use whatever you got left over in the house to make this.
Que bono, as they
Oh
said.
yes, it's amazing.
So, Shafi, what else on your list?
Okay, let me see. Uh, Super, very nice. I will say, for my opinion, I will put a zuppa di pesce because zuppa di pesce, you need a zuppa di pesce,
Fish
of
soup,
course.
as they said.
Yes.
So, why is Supa di Pasha is good for holiday?
Well, because well, we talk always about minestrone, so like a soup. It's like always like a vegetarian, but you can have a fish soup. It's always good to have something different, especially when we get close to now to Christmas. No, it's a very nice, strong and powerful soup. This one, yeah, probably it's an Italian seafood stew, zuppa di pesce. Yes.
That.
Bouillabaisse you're talking about.
Yes, yes, Shafi.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, what are the ingredients of
Well, the
fish?
ingredient is simple. Fresh seafood. You can use whatever you like. You can use shrimp, scallops, clams, mussels, a base of olive oil. If you like vegetable, you can put even vegetable inside. It's up to you. And let's say you saute the fish and then with the garlic flavor with the olive oil, a little bit nice white wine. You put tomato. You let it cook very slowly and
Yeah,
you can use any kind of fish, any
any
kind of
kind of
fish. Yes,
yes. Famous fish in Italy, Shafi.
sea bass, sea bream, branzino or orata. We are here in Canada, with all the salmon. You can put some salmon in. Oh, amazing!
Yes,
Nice
that's true.
fresh salmon, or you can put monkfish if you like, because it's nice and stay nice and meaty fish. It's always good.
So, Shafi, what will be your advice for those people who are want to, as a beginner, what is your advice for those who want to do their soups delicious?
To do the delicious soup.
Yes.
Okay, I would suggest follow good recipe first thing, and love what you're doing, and it's gonna come out always good.
We
And
always,
use fresh ingredient as much as possible. I know it's tough right now because the prices are crazy, but
oh,
as
yes.
much as especially now they're close to Christmas, they're gonna. Oh my! Oh yes.
The
But yeah,
higher.
try to use fresh because fresh is always give it the extra flavor on the food when you cook
Yes.
it yes, on your meal.
Yes.
You're gonna remember. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. They're gonna remember you. Who cooked this? Is that, of course.
Yes, absolutely.
And we are always saying that if you love what you're doing, it comes naturally.
Absolutely. Yes, I will convince and I will keep say that.
Yes, that is our advice. Even our weekly podcast, we always say that if you love what you're doing, if you love your passion is cooking products.
Naturally and good.
Yes, it comes to your products come naturally and care bono, as they
Yes,
say.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you, Listen Notes, for upgrading our listen scores. We are now at 33 listen score. So we
Wow.
oh yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We are now on top 5% most popular shows out of 2 million podcasts globally.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, Chevy, let's do the recap of our Italian soups.
Okay.
At number one, we do have minestrone,
Minestrone
right?
soup.
Yes, popular
Yes.
all over the world. It's simple and delicious. It's recommended for vegetarian people.
Yes.
And at number two,
We got
we
Italian
have,
wedding soup.
yes, it's really also recommended soup for North America. They use meatballs.
Yeah, can be vegetarian, can be regular people, regular soup. Yes, absolutely.
Modification, variation.
Yes.
It's up to you to suit your preference.
Yes,
And
that's
at
right.
number three, of course,
My
Chef,
favorite pasta e fagioli.
you can use cannellini or black beans
Yes,
or any kind of
absolutely.
bean, any kind of beans that suit you.
Yes.
It's delicious Italian soup.
In
And
case you don't like beans, you can change with chickpeas, eh? Just to let you know.
oh wow, that's another variation that make more because I love chickpeas. Like
Yes.
if you're eating chickpeas at the end, there is that taste aftertaste that I want more, I want more.
Yes. Yes.
So at number four, Chevy,
We got ribollita
I believe from
from
Tuscany.
Tuscany. Yes, a nice bread and vegetable soup.
They are easy to prepare, right, Chevy?
Absolutely easy. Yes, simple and classic.
And at number five,
Di pesce,
yes, soupa di pesce or fish soup.
because
You
I
can,
think they're gonna be surprised if they make it. Especially with the fish that they
yes,
have here. Oh yes, absolutely.
yes, try it because it's one of a kind and it's easy to do. Most especially in North America, salmon is always available, and
Yes,
we are
now it's time for the crabs, crabs, crabs. Come on, let's go, crabs meat.
yes. Trust me, try those soups because they are unique and
Yes,
delicious.
thank you. Yes.
Yes. So, Shafi, what else you can say about Italian soups?
Well, there is so many Italian soup. That's the thing. We have a tons of soup, and the list is so long. Then it's hard to find which one is the most popular to sell to you guys on this podcast.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But one thing I want to tell you,
Hmm.
go to your instinct.
Oh
If
yes,
you if you like this soup, try it, do it, and
yeah,
chef and I will be the judge.
yeah. Just to let you know, now there is a simple, in Italy, stracciatella. I don't know if you
yes.
never hear about it. It's an egg soup. It actually is popular in central of Italy, like Lazio, where I come from too. Practically, it's a meat broth with beaten eggs. It's very simple, you know.
Yes.
It was very popular in the late, in the 70, 80. And we always think, that was good for, for who's got a little bit sick, who's got now that's period of it's time for fever, for you know, guess who gets sick with the cold because the weather change, So that was
yes.
the best things, go home, that's easy soup you make with the chicken broth or beef broth, and with the
Yes.
eggs inside. That's it. Very simple. So remember, if you make simple, it's always good at the end.
Simple but delicious.
That's right. Yes, absolutely.
And shout out to the people listening of these countries. Shafi, in India, we are at number 31 on Apple Talk.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
amazing. Namaste, India. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Canada, and of course, Canada, we are at number 8 in Shafi.
Wow.
Wow. Canada, thank you for supporting this podcast. Jordan, we are number 31, Shafi.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Jordan. And in Turkey, as I said before, we are at 153 on Apple Podcasts.
Wow.
So Next week, Chubby, let's resume all the countries that are listening to us. We're gonna shout out to them.
Fantastic, absolutely.
In advance, we want to greet you a Merry Christmas to
Yes.
everyone.
Buon
I hope,
Natale.
Buon Natale. I hope you have a good, prosperous New Year to everyone too, and I hope you will support this podcast for the next and the next year to come.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, because Chef and I, our aiming is to be top 10 best food
Yes,
podcast.
we really enjoy to do this podcast. Very, very
Yes,
enjoy.
Chef and I are enjoying doing this podcast, and we guaranteed you that every week we have a new episode. Right, Chefy?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Merry Christmas to everyone. So our
Merry
ending,
Christmas.
Chefy.
Welcome, people.
See you soon.
See ya.